thanks to all life forms and life workers who have found this altar, alchemy, academia, video, episode 2. In this video, I will be discussing intuition, how to improve your intuition, and how to maximize the energies of psychic skills that we all hold inside ourselves. There's 7 decks that will be described in the description box. You can choose one of them that resonates, or listen to all 7 of the messages, your choice. Okay, first is the Water Oracle. Respect. So, respect, when it comes to intuition, is very difficult because oftentimes we question our intuition. We disrespect our intuition. We don't think we're right. We don't think we know what's going on. We believe that only a professional psychic can see the future, even if our intuition is totally telling us what's going to happen next. We don't respect ourselves oftentimes enough because the core, the center of our mind, of our heart, is oftentimes obscured, oftentimes not fully visible. But when you can respect your skills, respect your abilities that already exist in you, and know that you deserve your own respect, other people will see that and are forced to respect you. And as well as if you feel disrespected, out of respect for yourself, say something. And it doesn't have to be a negative thing. You don't have to get angry or violent. You can just say, hey, you may not have meant this, but I feel a little disrespected by what you just said. Can we have a little more discussion on it? That doesn't always work, but being able to respect yourself enough to say anything at all is more than what most people do. And that will help your intuition, because sometimes your intuition just says, say something. Say something to this person or they will never know. Okay, for those with deck number 2, Alchemy in Flight. Pisces. So our intuition oftentimes tells us where to swim, where to move, but there's 2 aspects of us: the light, the dark, the shadow, and the substance. So when you move and you feel like you're moving, the other aspects of you move too. And an intuitive person knows their shadow and their light, knows the flow and the stagnant. They know when to sleep and when to run. Both are equally potent and equally powerful. But the intuition is to know which one to take the lead, which aspect of yourself is the best to come out now, whenever that now may be. And allow your intuitive senses to just be a flow, to be a movement, to be like a fish going upriver. It may appear from the outside to be very difficult, but for the fish it's just as easy as swimming anywhere else. It is the mindset of what you have going for it, which heightens the intuition of what you feel that is coming to you. Okay. Deck number 3, my great grandma's Ancestral Tarot. King of Wands. So when you have mastered your passions, mastered your excitements, your motivations, and you've got to a point where people come to you and start asking questions for you, we oftentimes second guess our intuitions. We want to do research. We don't want to be incorrect. So we think that we are incorrect, but our intuitions are almost always not incorrect. And that's the challenge, is to know enough to be wise, but not knowing too much to be ignorant and arrogant. Let your intuition, let your knowledge that you hold inside be a gift to others instead of being something used to control and manipulate others. It can be used for both, but know the consequences of the actions you do to others oftentimes will be magnified back to you by other people as well. So I generally do as much as I can to give nothing but kind actions to people, because I prefer to have people be kind to me. And that's intuition. Sometimes you can't be kind, and sometimes cruelness is kindness. Sometimes kindness is cruelty. But let your intuition help you with these difficult paradoxes, because all paradoxes can be rationalized with the mind and with the heart. Okay, deck number 4, Shadow of Oz. The Queen of Pentacles. So, once we have mapped, this is another good intuitive one. She has a plate, and she's doing divination on the plate. Divination can be anything to anybody. You can use plates, clouds, sand, flour. You can use, as I do, cards that I've created and cards that others created. You can use shadows and stars and blood and eye color and first and last name are all things that many more are the different types of divination. Pick one that calls to you, that feels for you, and let your intuition be the guide. You don't have to be like anyone else. You don't have to follow anyone's rules of what divination is. Let your intuition tell you how you do it and how to be your own way, because that's what people want to hear. They don't want to hear it how it's been done for thousands of years. They want to hear how you're going to break it, how you are going to do it in your own way that is more efficient, more heart-centered, and more intuitive than what other tarot or domino readers have been doing for decades. Now's your time to be your own type of diviner, your own psychic, your own mystic. The universe will support you. Okay, for those who chose deck 6, the Magic Oracle. So, you got to make that shot. You have to get into the eye of the storm. So the more you do intuitive exercises, games, activities, different ways to build your intuition. Simple things like picking up a rock or a leaf or a twig and trying to throw it up in the air and catch it. Or trying to guess what cards are by the back of the cards. These are all things that can help build up your storm, that will help you magnify the results of your intuition, your passions. Just do it and continue to do it. And the more you do it, the more powerful and more potent your skills and your intuitions will be. The more you continue to work on them, the storm count will just keep rising. Okay, for those who have chosen deck number 6, the Angel Oracle. Well, that's very strange. Intuition. So let's hit the head on the nail right there. Trust your gut instinct. That's how the angels speak. Your intuition is not satanic. It's not dark. It's not evil. It's angelic. It exists in the higher realms. It's more than this one planet. It's more than this one dimension. And it's way more than this one cosmos. What you can sense and feel when your wings flutter, when your antennae start moving, when your gills and scales begin to tingle, it's not just fantasy. It's connection to more than we can fully understand. But your intuition is correct. Your intuition is power. And trust it and continue to magnify it, and it will just echo glorious light all over the universe. So deck number 7, the last one here, for intuition guidance from the Book of the Dead Tarot, the High Priestess, the most intuitive figure in all of the tarot. She's a mystic, she's a seer, she's a feeler, she's an understander. She can rise the moon from the sea, and she can balance the fire rising from the sun. She exists with 2 pillars, constantly educating herself on the ancient arts. Many people want to be of service, but you can't be of service to anyone until you learn how to proficiently service yourself, to give yourself the service needed to rise, to understand, to study. And once you've reached that, begin sharing it, and you will only continue to learn. A good teacher is an excellent student, and an excellent teacher is a very, very good student. Hopefully that makes sense to you all. The student and the teacher are the same thing, if they're both doing it correctly. Is the guidance of the High Priestess. She is both the novice and the master, because she trusts her intuition 100% all the time. Never questions it. So begin to find your own ways, your own skills, your own practices. Let your intuition grow. Let your power grow. It all exists within you and will never stop. With much gratitude and love to you all.